Alright, hello everybody. I didn't even realize this until literally literally moments ago. But it turns out that that Shigaraki versus Mahito was premiering today instead of tomorrow. I thought it was gonna be on Sunday like it usually is, but instead it was Saturday. That threw me the hell off. So it's time to watch Shigaraki versus Mahito. I am actually kind of excited to actually react to this because of the fact that it turns out MORØ is animating this death battle, and oh my god, after seeing how much he cooked in goddamn Bowser versus Eggman, I'm excited. I am super excited to see how this fight's gonna go. I've heard that Shigaraki's absolutely gonna stomp against Mahito, but I've also heard arguments about like Mahito not being affected because of, you know, how cursed energy works in Jujutsu Kaisen. But I think Shigaraki's gonna win this one, most likely, but if not, then it's gonna be Mahito if they... I don't know, but Shigaraki's busted. He's even more busted than Mahito is, so let's do this.
Shigaraki versus Mahito. The symbol of fear versus the human. The symbol of fear versus the human disaster curse. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick. And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
I can't wait to see how this fight's gonna play out. This is gonna be interesting.
Tenko Shimura was just a sweet, shy boy who loved superheroes. Tenko pushed beyond his emotional limits until he activated.
Don't you oh god, oh no, really you put those things in there? Oh my god, the whole thing where he's a gamer and the fact that he lives in a society, god damn it. Oh boy, here we go.
If only a hero was there to save him, but instead, the only open hand he found belonged to the devil. Oh, for what? That super villain history.
Fucking
he took Tenko under his
was
wing,
so good.
feeding a hatred of everyone and everything, and grooming him to one day lead his league of villains in destroying hero society.
God, this guy, like, I thought he was kind of scary when I first saw him, but learning about how much stronger he got, oh god.
Menacing, if not for that dorky-ass costume. I get it, hands are his thing, but come on, they just look so dumb and fake.
Oh, those aren't prosthetics. Those are real hands from his family that he killed, attached to his face, and explicitly commanded to be left there by his mentor so that he would never forget his rage.
Okay.
That's
While
fucked
his use
up.
of decay started off relatively weak, it rapidly increased in power and range as Shigaraki came into his own.
Decay isn't even limited to whatever he's touching. Anything that
Like, it was
touches
slow at
something,
first. Like, you
he's
saw how he like
decaying.
touched Aizawa there on the elbow. I remember that from season 1, and like that's how it started. And then it gets to this level is insane.
Decays.
Shigaraki was finally put in charge of his own team with one mission. He must kill his master's rival, the #1 hero, All Might.
Only to fall flat on his face.
Yeah,
Shigaraki was a terrible leader, quick-tempered, short-sighted, and, well...
Cringe! Oh, he's just so cringe. He uses
Yeah.
gamer lingo unironically. He whines like a baby when things don't go his way. He's the kind of guy who would say normie in real life.
Yeah.
In front of normies, especially when All Might and All For One double KO'd each other, leaving Shigaraki to lead the League of Villains all by himself.
And with the stakes higher than ever before, Shigaraki stepped up. He personally battled the monstrous Gigantomachia for a month and a half straight, and conquered other villain organizations.
Excuse
to
me,
create
for a month and a
Aryan
half?
Liberation Front. Thousands of
month?
new soldiers for his...
An entire month and a half. Excuse me?
It might have been constant agony, but Shiggy went from Chud to Chad.
Ujiko's
God damn it.
experimentation vastly increased Shigaraki's strength, speed, and durability, enough to match and surpass even All Might's absurd power.
Sharing All Might's power between them, Deku and Bakugo were able to punch an island-sized hole in a cloud that reached 2 dozen miles into the sky.
Yeah, that was...
Calculated that before to be nearly 80 million megatons of TNT, almost as much as the meteor that wiped out the dinosaurs.
And Shigaraki can now move fast enough that his body produces hypersonic shockwaves and can even catch laser beams.
And he's tough enough to survive
Yeah.
Star and Stripes Intercontinental Ballistic Cruise Punch. A new name for my penis. Move over, gigantic Omega Storm. Anyway, it also made a
the
blast
fuck?
so big it showed up against the curvature of the Earth.
Though he might seem... When Shigaraki's body is pushed hard enough, he will evolve into a state of uncontrollable power. And with those vestiges came quirks like super fast healing, air blasts, radio waves, flight,
I would like to say that when it comes to having a list of powers where it says and many more, I gotta say, Spawn, eat your fucking heart out.
His spirit decayed by years of venomous hatred.
And the new symbol of hope defeated the new symbol of fear, burying All for One's grudge for good.
All that Shigaraki asked was to be remembered as the heartless destroyer he was raised to be, and not the broken, angry, crying little boy he really was deep inside.
For just that one moment, though, Shiggy got in Deku the only thing he'd been denied his whole life, the one thing his lifelong nihilistic tantrum was really all about. He got a hero who tried to save him.
Well, damn.
This battle is sponsored by Robin
Skip.
Hood.
Ever since Cain slew his brother,
Here we go,
Abel
some
and wetted
Jujutsu
his
Kaisen
fields with
stuff.
his
Stuff
blood,
I'm not very
man's
familiar
greatest
with.
fear has been his fellow man.
But what if this fear took on a life of its own?
What
Ooh.
if all that negative emotion humans felt for one another spilled from their bodies and congealed, forming over time a
Finally.
being fueled by malice, which believes in nothing but the law of the jungle.
Well, then you'd have the special grade curse with a patch face, Mahito. Oh, I've had people tell me I've become a human disaster curse when I've had too many mojitos.
Mahito
Ew.
is
Damn it. Mata lives in a society again! Again!
They may be physically present in space, but can only be harmed by attacks that embody spirit matter like cursed energy.
Which makes curses insanely hard to get rid of, like ghosts, cockroaches, or my ex. That's why you need a
You know, I think that's really stupid, but really funny. How the clip that showed up was a Shedinja using Sandstorm, which instantly would have killed itself. It doesn't show that, but you know that Shedinja is dead.
Jujutsu sorcerer to come in and Kaizen the shit out of him. They call it exorcism, but I like the way I said it better.
Curses
Yeah,
and sorcerers have battled
6
each
out of
other
10.
for millennia, waging an endless war over the fate of humanity. Almost exclusively in Japan, though.
Oh
for
my
some reason.
god.
But
That-
Mahito is special. You see, most curses are basically dumb animals. But Mahito has so much cursed energy that it gave him sentience.
So he was recruited by Kenjaku alongside other special grade disaster curses to wreak havoc upon the world. In fact, they made Mahito their leader.
And even more
Lead
frightening than
us,
intelligence and
lead
bloodlust,
us, lead
Mahito
us.
possessed philosophy.
Perhaps informed by the tragic meaninglessness of interhuman
I heard that.
Mahito is an existential nihilist.
This
All
lets
right.
Mahito squash, stretch, and shape-shift his body into literally anything he wants.
Gomu
Play-Doh.
gomu no!
He can turn his limbs into blades or
Elephant to
clubs,
cars!
wings like a bird or fins like a fish, reform his body around injuries, or even create clones.
Curse users are naturally unharmed by their own ability. Should he touch a human, though, his alterations to their body are instantly fatal.
That's still
And since
horrifying.
he's attacking your soul, those physical wounds are gonna be impossible to heal. Even more twisted is when he combines two transfigured humans together for soul multiplicity. Essentially a giant torrent of body horror flesh that he repels at an opponent. Ugh.
A
Mahito
giant
is
train.
unbelievably creative with his application of idle transfiguration, and despite being a newborn curse, consistently keeps experienced sorcerers on the back foot.
It helps that he's a quick study who's picked up a number of different curse techniques, like the Black Flash.
By applying curse
yes.
energy within 1 microsecond of an impact with an enemy, space itself will distort, exponentially amplifying its force by a factor of 2.5. The only time it ever failed was against the student sorcerer soldier and Mahito's archenemy, Yuji Itadori.
Because not only was Yuji a barf-inducing goody little two-shoes
Oh,
with
yeah.
the inalienable rights of all living things, blah, 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 he also had a curse inside of him.
The king of curses, Sukuna.
Which
hello,
meant
Sukuna.
Mahito's
How you
ability
doing, man?
affected both souls in Yuji's body. Sukuna didn't like that. And he's got the strength to do it. Mahito's one of the most powerful curses in the world, and his growth is exponential.
Fellow disaster curse Jogo was able to summon a massive meteor capable of reducing the city of Shibuya to ash.
That had taken energy of over 800 kilotons of TNT.
And Mahito can take as good as he can give, especially when, in the throes of struggle
You know,
against Yuji,
pretty
he
insane.
evolved, unlocking a vastly more powerful form, the instant body of distorted killing.
God, what is with all these fucking names?
And arm blades. This was a taste of the almighty curse Mahito was growing into. A true blight on all mankind.
It wouldn't last. In a bitter battle of resolve, Yuji won out. In a dog-eat-dog world, there was now a bigger wolf.
So he tucked tail and ran away like a bitch. And what do you know? Life suddenly became a whole lot more meaningful the second it looked like it was about to end.
All that gleeful nihilism
Use
just
of the
a
clip
bitter
from it.
hypocrisy in the end.
For him, maybe, but Mahito found a convert in his archenemy. After a battle that wiped out thousands of innocent people, Yuji's youthful spirit was gone. The only thing left that mattered was exorcising this curse.
In a way, that was Mahito's final victory, the destruction of another human being's soul. He may not have been around to see it, but the curse Mahito inflicted on the world would bring it to its knees.
Well, damn.
Hey, do you see that join button? Yeah, that one. That's
Yeah,
your
I
ticket to
know.
being a death battle champion. All right, the
Here we
combatants
go.
are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Okay, so let's see. Where's this going? How is this gonna happen? Oh, damn. Already starting off strong.
I'd heard of a powerful villain stalking these parts. My organization is going to tear this putrid world down around us. We could use a freak of your talents.
Little old me. Do I want to be king of the social rejects? How about I bring him your head instead?
Fine by me. Let's call this your audition. Sickum.
Oh, here we go. The Nomus are a part of this? This is sick. Ooh, this looks so good. Oh!
Did you actually just see that?
Wait, hold on. Let me go back.
Game over.
Oh, the game over thing. Did you really just reference my favorite track?
Did you actually just see that? God, how lame!
Oh, the clones. Oh, they're jumping him!
Audition over. Did I get the part? Decay!
Oh, the black flash. Here we go. Ooh, right in the face.
Rush!
Alright, here we go. Their big form. I can't wait to hear this track in full. It sounds so good.
domain expansion.
Oh boy, here we go. Yeah, domain expansion. Oh, this looks so good.
I can read your soul. You're just a scared little boy whose daddy was mean and wants to make it everyone else's problem. Grow up.
Oh. Oh yeah, that's right, invading the mine.
Hands off my masterpiece. I felt your soul too. You only hate humanity because you were born that way.
Oh.
Totally random. I hate them for a reason.
Oh my god.
You grow up.
What did I say, Wiz? Like a bitch.
With their complex
Okay,
power
so yeah, I was like wondering, how is he actually gonna win this? That was insane though. I'm like glad that I got it right for once, but oh my god. You grow up. God, the way he was fucking chasing him down and shit. Oh my god, my heart was kind of racing there. Holy shit.
This match was a puzzle to figure out, which is why we're breaking it down to 3 categories.
Okay.
Physical stats, survivability, and their
And
powers.
powers.
But
Okay.
first, let's address one thing. Could Shigaraki even see Mahito? He's an invisible curse after all.
Cursed energy and quirks are notably different,
Yep.
and Shigaraki wouldn't be able to see curses normally. However, even regular humans can spontaneously develop the ability to see curses in life and death scenarios. And with the Search quirk, Shigaraki would have had no problem tracking it.
So seeing
Ah.
Mahito wouldn't have been an issue. With that out of the
That's
way,
why
we
that
jump into
happened.
their stats.
This was no contest. Despite the disaster curses being able to destroy entire cities with their cursed energy, Shigaraki's scaling to Deku and Bakugo meant he was calculably millions of times stronger.
Yeah,
He was
teratons over
faster, too,
kilotons.
Considering he could react to light beams, while
Yep.
Mahito's Black Flash capped out at nearly 1,000 times the speed of sound. Nothing to scoff at, but Shiggy was thousands of times faster. Shigaraki takes stats.
But survivability was a little trickier to figure out.
Yeah, I could
In
imagine.
terms of raw durability, Shigaraki was a lot tougher, and his ability to generate new flesh meant that he could heal any wounds he might receive super easy.
However, Mahito is a curse and is immune to the kind of overwhelming physical damage Shigaraki could dish out. Not only that, Mahito's regenerative ability via idle transfiguration meant that he'd come back from anything short of spiritual damage.
Considering Mahito's unique curse body, he should actually get the edge in survivability.
Which presents a crucial question. Could Shigaraki even kill a curse like Mahito in the first place?
That's
Or
true.
would Mahito's unkillability give him the time he needed to eventually put Shiggy down with idle transfiguration?
It all comes down to their powers.
Shigaraki had a lot more variety with all of the crazy
That's
quirks
true.
all for
Li-
one and
literally
two overall
hundreds.
years. But none that we know of could properly kill a curse. That didn't mean idle transfiguration was a surefire bet either, though.
Of all things, Shigaraki's vestiges served as a spiritual shield from the effects of idle transfiguration. The fact that Mahito could not avoid targeting Sukuna while attacking Yuji meant that he couldn't target specific souls inside a person.
And Shiggy has hundreds of soul-like entities inside of him. Sure, each one down means he loses a quirk, but that's more than enough time to land a single hit with Decay, especially considering how much
This was
faster Shiggy
sick,
is.
man.
Mahito has no way to defend against Shigaraki's primary quirk. Decay has affected spiritual beings in the past. Again, vestiges. In fact,
Oh,
he was
yeah,
able
that's
to
right.
damage Deku's vestige and have that damage transferred to the Deku in the real world.
Mahito may be made of spirit energy, but he still has a physical form. In fact, sorcerers that couldn't naturally target the soul were able to fight him on even footing. No reason to think Shiggy wouldn't decay him like everyone else.
Giving Shigaraki the third and final edge.
Yeah.
It was a unique duel to the death, but Shigaraki's overwhelming might,
Inferior
unstoppable powers,
regeneration and then
deadly
far
decay
slower,
spelled
weaker
the end
regeneration
for the
made it near
disaster
impossible
curse.
to
Nothing
take
else
good
to
target
say.
a soul and
You
kill it.
really gotta hand it to Shigaraki.
Ah, there we
Is
go.
Tomura Shigaraki.
Next
Yeah, we kinda
time
knew that
on
would
Death
happen.
Battle.
What? What is this? No! We're getting it! Yes!
Subscribe and join as a member to
There
see
we
more
go!
Death Note. Thanks for watching.
Oh, baby, I'm so hyped for that one. Yes! Master Chief versus Doomslayer. Oh, that's gonna be so good. Fuck, this was excellent. This was so much fun to watch. That fight was that was clean. MORØ, you absolute mad lad. You get full props. So let's look at the fucking credits here. Skin Deep. Oh, it's already up? No way. Oh, and it's a collab between Therewolf and Brandon Yates. Oh. But I gotta watch. I'm listening to that after this. Oh yeah, DJ Tiki with the edits. Clean. Yep. MORØ, you fucking champ, man. You do so much for this community, man. You've done such good work. That's a lot. That's quite a bit of researchers. Oh yeah, Speedy was fucking a part of that. That's cool. But I think that's my first win for this season, actually, because I had basically gotten everything else wrong. Granted, in the case of Bardock versus Omni-Man, I'm still right, but the episode themselves says I'm wrong. Even though, really, let's be honest, Super Saiyan was too much for Omni-Man to handle. He shouldn't have been able to win against that. But yeah, Tom Shulk as Shigaraki, perfect. Sean Chiplock, love you, man. So good. I'm so glad that this episode came out to the way it did. So anyways, next time we are going to be watching Master Chief versus Doomslayer, and I'm going to be so goddamn happy about that. See you guys next time. Take care.